WTAE TV, Pittsburgh. Right now, Channel 4 Action News is everywhere.
Tonight, the latest, Duquesne Light is fighting back.
We felt we had to respond to an attack that was directed against us by the mayor of Pittsburgh.
Tonight, the details. Tires slashed. A lot of police search for suspects. Tonight, we're live. The verdict in the murder trial of Ralph Bolden is in.
I feel justice is served in this manner.
First, tonight's big story. Breaking news. Police surround a McKeesport home. Good evening, everyone. Police are releasing few details right now. Here's what we do know. Sometime late this afternoon, police surrounded a home in McKeesport. We're talking about the section along Bailey Avenue, 1814, the house number. Neighbors there tell us county police and the McKeesport police approached the house, guns drawn. They did take someone into custody, residents say. Right now, though, police are not saying much. Residents believe the suspect was wanted for a recent crime. Convicted of murder, tonight he knows his fate. On Thursday, 30-year-old Ralph Bolden was found guilty of shooting a gun store clerk during a robbery. Today, the jury imposed the ultimate penalty, death. Mary Ravazio is live in the newsroom with details. Mary.
Scott, the jury deliberated 9.5 hours over 2 days before sentencing Ralph Bolden to death. Earlier in the week, a psychologist testified that Bolden claimed he committed the crimes because the devil overtook his body. But apparently, the jury didn't buy it.
Ralph Bolden showed little emotion when the death sentence came down. He's convicted of fatally shooting 50-year-old John Calabro a year and a half ago. The shooting occurred during a robbery at the Valor High Adventure Sports Shop in Baldwin. Bolden was also convicted of shooting another employee who's since recovered, Michael Elder. Elder believes justice has been served.
It's been part of my day for over a year and a half. It was a repetitive thing, and I do find a great deal of relief today.
The jury obviously was a conscientious jury. They were out a long period of time. It's certainly the appropriate sentence under the facts of this case. I'm just extremely pleased for the victim's family that things worked out for them the way it did.
Bolden's family was visibly upset by the verdict, but made no comment. Bolden's attorney was disappointed and frustrated.
There were, in fact, sufficient mitigating factors so that in this case, a life sentence would not have been an inappropriate verdict.
Those mitigating circumstances are the fact that Bolden has no previous criminal record. He was honorably discharged from the military, and his mental health. But apparently, the jury weighed the aggravating circumstances more heavily, the fact that the murder took place during a robbery, and the fact that Michael Elder was almost killed, too. Reporting live from the newsroom, Mary Ravazio, Channel 4 Action News. Scott?
All right, Mary, thank you. Tonight, a second incident. Guards accused of beating an inmate in the Allegheny County Jail. Gary Fisher is suing for an incident he says happened back in August of 1993. Fisher alleges that a guard beat him while he was in the conference room of the jail annex.
The third time, which what I'm suing for now, is where they beat me up and threw me against the wall and caused injuries to my arm. My elbow was bleeding.
Fisher says 23 other inmates have filed a similar lawsuit. Now, the other incident, 2 Allegheny County jail guards are under arrest. Guards Peter Mackey and Rudolph Valiski are charged with beating up an inmate last Sunday. Michael Robleski suffered a broken arm, a concussion, a ruptured eardrum. He was in jail for disorderly conduct. His attorneys say one of the guards misunderstood something Robleski said and attacked him. Shot after shot went into the taxi. The driver took 1 bullet in the shoulder, but somehow managed to make it to the mini-mart along Penn Avenue in Wilkinsburg to call for help. He is in stable condition tonight, and his effort paid off. Police have 3 suspects in custody tonight. Police on the north side are intently investigating a stabbing this morning. Cops tell us someone was stabbed on Gifford Street earlier today. The victim's name and condition are not being released right now. This is what more than 40 people woke to find in the Knoxville district today. Sometime after midnight, somebody slashed tires. They went on a tear there. Police believe juveniles may be behind the vandalism. So far, no suspects. Tonight, 2 police officers are recovering after they were hurt in a car chase. It started in Hazelwood. A juvenile who was driving a stolen car tried running over one of the officers. They caught up with a teenager in the Greenfield area. The juvenile is in custody tonight. New information about a police officer in trouble with the law. An exclusive Action News report last night detailed that former Brentwood officer John Votis is under investigation once again in the death of his girlfriend, Judy Barrett. The first time around, police ruled Barrett's death a suicide. A Syracuse, New York TV station is reporting an Allegheny County grand jury is investigating Barrett's death. Witnesses are testifying under oath. Commissioner Bob Cranmer told Action News he's ordered County Homicide to reopen the Barrett case. He says there may be new evidence and new witnesses. A North Versailles contractor changed his story to say his bids for county contracts were legit. Edmund Godelli took the stand in the kickback trial of former county maintenance director Joe Moses. Godelli says on several contracts he submitted 2 bids, each under a different name. Prosecutors claim Godelli used inside information to win the contract, but Godelli testified that's not true. He simply thought his first bid was too high. County police from over a dozen police departments were hard at work training their dogs. Wow, this session was put on by the North Huntington Police. Nationally known bold trainer showed officers techniques to use with their canines. The cops will then take back the training and share it with everybody in their departments. Watch out for that. The war of words is waging on. Dags Mayor Murphy and Duquesne Light square off. We'll tell you why. Also, who's ahead in that South Carolina primary? We've got the latest poll results.
You want March Madness? I've got it for you. I'm Andrew Stocky, and coming up, Operation High School with scores and highlights from all the championship basketball games. That's later on Action Sports.